Hello, welcome to this week's Monkey Nut Pump podcast with me, Gareth, your glorious host, and Keith, your Keith. Hello, Keith. What?
You're a funny man. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hello. How are we diddling?
Doing all right. Been watching quite a bit of Deep Space Nine. Watched the ones with the stupid fucking cadets.
Oh yeah, the Red Squad. That episode is actually
Brown
quite annoying.
Fucking squad, more like. And then I have to say I watched probably the two worst episodes of Deep Space Nine that I do not like, including the one. So it's the one with Deep Space Nine does a racism, which back in the time was all right, but now not so much. And then I watched the one with the miniaturized runabout.
Oh, you don't like that one?
No, I don't like that one. I always never like miniaturization episodes. Always get on my tits.
Oh, that one's all right. That's not the worst one. I find the Red Squad one with the the sort of defiant costume. I find that so irritating. I just want to punch the captain in the face, and that first officer needs to be thrown out the nearest airlock for being the most obnoxious bitch in Star Trek. Airlock. That's what needs to happen.
Space the bitch. And the amount of stuff they lift from B5 is fucking ridiculous. He's addicted to stims, like Franklin was. I'm just saying. So yeah, they were very light-fingered, shall we say, with it. So what else? What have you been watching?
What have I been watching this week? I've been listening. I listened to Andy Woolman's book. I got through that in under a week, and I ended up watching a couple of the old Top Gear specials because of the insights into them. But I tell you what, Andy Woolman's book it's interesting, and I mean even back then you realise how shit the BBC are. They wanted to fire Hammond and replace him with a person of colour because Top Gear was a hit among Asian people in the UK, so they thought, typically BBC, right, and actually quite racist, to replace Hammond with an Asian guy to appeal to them. Not realising that it was the trio that appealed to them in the first place. Because three white guys can't fucking possibly appeal to everybody in, oh no, wait, 250 million views, Guinness Book of World Records. So, and yet the BBC still wanted.
I always find it quite amazing because it's sharing the same interests that gives them the appeal, because they like cars. And these people like cars, and they're massively enthusiastic about cars. And they do silly things with cars. But hey, what we're doing here. So
it's an interesting read. So yeah, I saw that. Did I see anything else this week? I'm trying to think. I watched Stranger Things season 4 again to catch up, to understand it, because I'd forgot so much for season 5, because 3.5 fucking years Netflix. God, they look so much younger. And it does actually highlight even more how bad the first part of season 5 of Stranger Things is. So yeah, that got my tips. I know I've been mostly watching that, and I watched Plebers. And so that's what I've been doing this week.
Yeah. Cool. Shall we get on with the news?
Yes.
Oh no! What happened? Oh no! How terrible! That's just awful! How terrible! Oh no!
Even though last season wrapped up and global streaming deals shifted, the showrunners behind Doctor Who are promising a Christmas special in 2026. So that's so jaw-dropping, even top-tier BBC execs are reporting that their jaws were on the floor. That's right, we got a full holiday special on the horizon, a new spin-off hitting the screens late 2025, and a renewed commitment at the BBC to build out the universe. So, whether you're feeling skeptical about the show, its direction, or riding high on nostalgia, this might be a moment that reminds you why it still matters. It's crap. Whenever BBC, no, seriously, whenever it's a BBC, oh, this is really good. It's shit.
Yes,
It's
I know.
shit, and it needs extra promotion because it's so shit. That's what it is. Yeah, it's not test audience walked away and they were fucking wowed. Yeah, not that my God we had to find extra money for this. No, it's shit. It's going to be shit. It's now been stamped as. Oh, it's like when the Prime Minister turns around and says, I have complete faith in Minister A, and then Minister A gets fired a week later. It's that. Yeah, I don't get it. We're not stupid. We know this shit. Come on, guys. Pull your fingers out. Just say quiet.
I mean, I think that obviously people at Radio Times have got their heads up their asses if they think that BBC execs are jaws agape is going to get anybody excited, because let's face it, the BBC, their reputation is in the toilet.
Yeah.
These 2 seasons, I mean, when you are fired by Disney for being too woke, you have a problem, and yet they won't admit it. They won't. They're bringing Russell T Davies back for more, although, as I said, I think it's so that they can flog the show. And now, like, this marketing, like, is out in force, but it's so disingenuous. I come back to this every day now. The BBC has to go. If I was coming back to the UK, I would not be getting a TV license. They can fuck themselves. I will not pay for the BBC. The BBC is run by a bunch of leftist idiots that don't hire anybody that disagrees with them. They live in an echo chamber, and then they falsify news and think they can get away with it. And every fucking drama series, bar one that I've seen off the BBC, has been woke nonsense. And this is absolutely egregious, what they've done to Doctor Who. Russell T Davies is... They're bringing him back again. I mean, how the hell... This is worse than Star Wars. I mean, I agree with Gary Beaker on this. This is the worst. What they've done to Doctor Who is worse than what they've done to any other show.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to be amazing. I mean, admittedly, I saw that fake AI shot that's been doing the rounds of Billy Piper standing next to Paul McGann, and I just went, if only. And then, you know, if only Russell T Davies wasn't writing, Stephen Moffat was back at his top prime, not being wokeified by the BBC, and just able to write a decent fucking episode of Doctor Who, then I might be interested. I'd love to see more Paul McGann back, and I'll be there. But
I'll be honest with you. If I had to do a Doctor Who special that was disconnected from everything, I would go revisit Paul McGann. Yeah, you've got a great opportunity. He's a fantastic actor. Yeah, he loves the role. He played it once on TV, and he fucking loves that role, and he gets recognised for it, and he thinks it's great. And be frank with you, we wouldn't say no. And it's a very soft way of getting around some of the issues that they're having. Yeah, it's a way of saying, guys, we know you like Doctor Who. Here's Paul McGann just to tie you over until we figure out what the fuck we're doing. But they're not going to do that, are they? What the fuck are they going to do? It's what are we getting? We're getting I don't know, Davros versus Martin Luther King. That's what we're going to get.
Davros with legs, because disabled people can't be
evil.
Evil anymore. Because there's a trope of disabled people being evil.
Just because you perceive disabled people.
Yeah, it's because Russell T Davies perceives it, and it was Russell T Davies that brought fucking Davros back. I mean, the man is arrogant, hypocritical, and honestly can go fuck himself.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are not many people I would walk up into in the street and have the guts or bollocks to go up and go, you go fuck yourself. He is one of them, because I am still mad about that disabled thing. It still pisses me off, because and he should have been fired by the BBC for just saying that, but no.
It's
BBC has to go.
So There was rumours before Disney got involved that Sony were going to get involved.
Yes.
And they had their own production people, and they had their own doctor. And I think it was Toby Stevenson,
Yeah.
son of Maggie Smith, who played McGonagall in Thingy. And he was in James Bond and a load of other things. Yeah, and he would have been a good doctor. He would have been a good doctor. Yeah, he's a Lost in Space too.
He would have worked as the Doctor. It needs to be male. It needs to be asexual again. It needs to be. It just needs to be that. It doesn't. It has to be about good storytelling, and it's got to stop being about agendas and political messaging. Just tell good stories. We are living in a world now where we just need good stories.
This is the funny thing is that if you talk to the people who go, oh, it was always political. No, it wasn't. It was telling stories of morality. This is different to politics. Very different to politics. Same as Star Trek, yeah. It was always that kind of, here are the bits, both sides. Both sides have good points. Make your mind up. You're an adult. I like that. Yeah, rather than, what was it? Fucking arachnids in the UK. Oh my God, that's one of the ones from Jodie Whittaker's era that pissed me off the most. Got the shitty stand-in for Donald Trump, yeah. You've got the thing with the spider where they let it die slowly and painfully, where the Donald Trump stand-in wants to put it out of its misery quickly, and it's like they're the good guys. What the fuck? And then there was a thing with Graham having worried about getting cancer and whatnot. Instead of the doctor saying, you could have got away with the doctor going, you know what, I'm a bit socially awkward, this, that, the other, blah, blah, blah. And then she'd have turned around and gave him a big hug. And it's like, I'm not a hugger, but you can have a hug. And we would have gone, couldn't even fucking do that.
No, but these people don't have morals.
I don't get this.
They've lost it. They live in these bubbles, and they don't realise.
The other thing too is they want to what do you call it? They want to build a whole like universe and stuff behind it, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Get the fucking first show right. Full stop. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. No one's going to be interested in it. My thing with this would be fucking let JMS have a go. Seriously, he's the only American I trust. There's him and the guy who wrote Lock and Key, Stephen King's son. The two of them, I'd probably trust a bit more with it, but I would sit there and say, I'm sorry, I've got to employ someone extremely British to sit with you. So here's Stephen Fry. He's going to sit down with you. He's the most British person I know, and he will guide you through to make sure that Doctor Who's
showrunner, and you could have a writing team that is British. JMS would work. They've got. If the BBC have any hope of saving this or selling this, well, I just think the BBC. I think BBC's got to go. It's got to go. It's got to be turned into a commercial organisation that stands for itself. My father will be hating what I'm saying because he hates adverts, but you can't trust the news that they put out anymore. I never did. I always knew they were biased. That just got proven twice. I mean, the stupid thing is, it's not the fucking first time that they've been caught out, but it was because it was done by somebody who's perceived as a racist that they got away with it. But they didn't get away with it this time. It was out. So screw the BBC and screw Doctor Who. And I hate that because Doctor Who is one of my favourite programmes of all time, and I do still love it. And recently, Peter Davison's series has come out, and you know how they've been filming little skits for this. So Peter Davison recently filmed a little skit with Tegan, the Australian, in London. Yeah. It was great. It's fucking great. I mean, and it was really bad. I mean, it was shaky sets, the whole lot. Peter Davison, as he is now, and it was better than anything the BBC has done in years.
Do you want something funny? I was watching some classic Doctor Who with Sylvester McCoy. I can't remember what one it's called. It's the one where they've got the biological weapon on the base that they're going to use against the Russians.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you've got and there's a bit in it where he does such a Doctor Who thing. Yeah, He blags his way into a thingy. He goes, "Can I have a piece of paper for the typewriter?" And he goes, "Okay." And you see him goes, and then he gets 2 pens, and then he crosses his hands and he signs both sides with 2 completely different signatures. And he goes, and it's like the guy pops in who he's just blagged his way into. He goes, "There are my orders." He literally just types it on me like, that's a Doctor Who kind of thing. Yeah. And I do miss it. Capaldi was fucking brilliant. I can't get over how good he fucking was as the Doctor.
He was good, but the writing was going the way badly by then.
There were bits here and there. It
there
felt
were moments. The Zygons speech, and those 2 Zygon episodes, which are a follow up to his 50th, actually they stand up. They stand up more now than they did before. Yeah, and you're right. The wall speech is fucking great. It's fucking great. And I actually think that those Zygon episodes, yeah, they work.
okay.
But yeah,
All right.
death to the BBC.
Okay, so this is for you, Russell T Davis.
You're a cunt.
Enough said. The alien hunting agency might be back in action. Sony has just greenlit a 5th Men in Black movie, and they've tapped Chris Bremer, the guy behind the recent rejuvenation of the Bad Boy saga, to write it. The big question is the franchise going to bring its most iconic star back? Apparently, Will Smith is being eyed to return as Agent J once the script is done. No comments yet, no release date, no plot details, but make no mistake, this is Sony trying to reboot a beloved sci-fi franchise comedy that ranked in nearly 2 billion worldwide. The question now, can the magic of the original movies and the blend of humour, alien weirdness, and signature sense of scale be invoked again? Or are we just going to go, take your goddamn wife's name out of your mouth and then whoosh?
No, it will not work. The thing that's so good about those movies, actually, it's not just Will Smith. Why is it that everybody thinks, oh, it's Will Smith? Those movies were Will Smith. No, they weren't. They were Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. And the chemistry between them, and how Tommy Lee Jones just thinks he's preposterous, but it works.
Yeah.
Deadpan Tommy Lee Jones versus, Will Smith being Will Smith. That's what works. And then what's his face as the leader? I mean, okay, bringing in... I mean, they brought Emma Thompson in, and it half worked. But when you had what's his face as... I can't remember his name. He has a really crazy name. Who was the dude that played the boss?
Rip Torn.
Rip Torn, there you go. I know you had a man name. It missed them. It misses them. And you kind of gave Tommy Lee Jones his end there and then, and you brought it back with that obnoxious fucking what's her fart, the English actress that was in Westworld, who's just got the worst case of resting bitch face ever. You know who I mean? The one that played Valkyrie.
Yeah. I can't remember her name. My brain's blocked her out on purpose.
That movie. It sucked. And it was her. It did not have any of the chemistry. You have to have Tommy Lee Jones. Even the third one had Tommy Lee Jones in it. And the third one's quite good, actually, with the moon landing and everything. No.
I do think you can bring it back. But you need to do it a very specific way. So you need to find two actors, one that plays the straight man and one that plays the comedy fool. Yeah. And put them together who've got chemistry. Yeah. And then what you can do is you can have Will Smith in there, yeah, but Will Smith in there is like, he's the superstar agent, yeah, and these are like the low guys, yeah, the ones who just deal with like the regular crap, but they stumble across something big, and then they go through it and they uncover the mystery and they go to save the world, and then Will Smith steps in at the last minute, saves the world, he gets all the credit, and they're like, this shit always happens to us, and then just goes back. That would make fun watching, just to watch two guys get screwed over in such a fashion. And you could do it if you could pick the right two people. I'm just trying to think of the right two people would be.
I mean, you've got if you're gonna do Men in Black in 20, now, I could see having Will Smith in there, but you have to have the straight grumpy fucker, and then you have to have a nutty kid, and I can't think of anybody. I'm sure there is actors out there that could do it. But I'm just I'm worried about it being what it is now.
The guy who plays Steve Harrington and the one who plays the old man in the Umbrella Academy, but he's in the young man's body.
That could work.
Just off the top of my head, I'm just making shit up on the go here. It could be crap.
I mean, there are. I dare say there are actors. I loved Tommy Lee Jones in this because it was just so preposterous and it worked. And I'm not sure. It's got to be an American. And I don't know. But I'm sure there will be somebody. Actually, I mean, you could probably get away with David Harper. Actually, Harper actually, David Harper could be the cantankerous fucker because he does There's a film where GTA, the movie GTA, when he's the cranky fucking racing driver dude.
GT, Gran Turismo, not GTA.
Oh, that's what I meant.
GTA.
The GT movie. David Harbour was good in that. You could get David Harbour as the cranky old character. And then
I would have Matt Berry being in charge of it.
Matt Berry would work as the boss.
I would age him up though. I would age him up and make him really fat because that would be fucking hilarious.
Matt Berry could work. He could work. Matt Berry does a lot of work in America these days. I mean, he was the voice of Sherlock Holmes in the first season of Watson, and then they recast it as Robert Carlyle. But he was the voice. Matt Berry does a lot of stuff. Matt Berry's in a load of things. I mean, he just has that voice, doesn't he? Yeah, you could. I suppose a fifth Men in Black film could work if done right, which I know is a cop-out, but...
that's the problem with Hollywood at the moment. They can't do anything right. They are beholden to big tech. I wonder what story we got next. Beholden to big tech, yeah, because they're the ones who are now pretty much fucking controlling Hollywood, yeah, which is not good because they've got some really stupid things.
On the streaming services have done some good stuff and are capable of putting out good stuff. Some of our favourite things are streaming shows. I mean, Stranger Things 4 was very good. Stranger Things 5, I think part of it is it's taken 3.5 fucking years and the kids look too old. But there is good stuff on streaming. I mean, we fucking love Slow Horses.
Yeah. But Slow Horses feels like the BBC made that.
Yes, but that's because streaming companies are using other things. We like Tulsa King. Tulsa King is really good.
Yeah.
In fact, we fucking loved Paradise, and that was full on.
Yeah, but that was you notice the ones that we like and the ones that are consistent are all from people who did network TV.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones who started off here are wank. Don't take this the wrong way. Even the people who make Star Trek Discovery can put fucking seasons out on time. That's a fucking low bar.
Way, because we've always said that I am hugely critical of the acting and writing of Star Trek, but the production of Star Trek has been second to none. I mean, it is. We've always said Star Trek production is fucking great. I mean, Strange New Worlds looks fucking good. I don't always like the design of the ships, but it looks good. You can't criticize the production values, which is why $225 fucking million. Where did that go on the Acolyte? Because it certainly didn't go on any of the production or training of the stars or the lightsaber battles or anything like that, or even the cast because they're all shit.
Catering. We went on catering. We're not catering, mate.
You went on the catering. That old chestnut. Anyway, yeah, I think we should cover the next story because we're kind of burying the lead at the moment because the big story of the week is this next one.
Put a ticket in, make a name and gay.
Netflix, the streaming giant, has acquired Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers film and streaming business, meaning they now own the rights to juggernaut franchises such as Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, etc. It's not just a merger, it's a game changer. What used to be the domain of long-established studios is now morphed under Netflix global streaming strategy. For fans, this could mean major changes, new spin-offs, reboots, remasters. For creators and the studios, it means a power shift. What gets greenlit, how it gets distributed, how global audiences consume it, and it all might be rewritten. So, whether you love Potterverse magic, Westeros-style scaled drama, Netflix holds the reign and could totally reframe the future.
So Netflix bought Harry Potter. That's what they've done for $72 billion, and you thought Disney buying Star Wars for $4.
They didn't just buy that. They bought all of
$1
Warner Brothers and DC Comics.
What? Okay.
Think of all the DC comic
so DC,
bits you've got there.
DC at an all-time
DC, right? No,
movies,
yeah,
not doing
but
so well.
you've still got all like previous movies and stuff from the 90s.
Yeah, but they've had deals
and you've got
them before.
And you've got animated stuff there too. The DC animated stuff is really good. Come on,
$72 billion.
There's a lot there.
Well,
There's a lot there.
I mean, Max. I wonder what's going to happen to Max because it's been rebranded God knows how many times, and it's about to launch in the UK, which is interesting because it's been delayed by that Sky Atlantic deal. You guys in the UK have been screwed royally by that Sky deal, so you guys are going to get Max. We've already got it, or HBO Max. But what's that going to do? Are they going to destroy the HBO label? But I can't help thinking that they've done this because, I mean, the DC universe is not doing so well. Yeah, okay, the cartoons are good, but they are very niche. I mean, you know, they don't share the same cross appeal. It's nerds and comic book geeks that are not as many as they used to be watching those cartoons. And don't get me wrong, there are some great cartoons, but Flashpoint, still a great one. The Dark Knight, fucking awesome. The Dark Knight Rises. Not Dark Knight Rises, The Dark Knight Returns.
Dark Knight Returns.
Those two parts were great. But they are niche, and they're certainly not $72 billion. And what does Warner Brothers have?
So there's theme parks. They've got a ton of theme parks.
But it's not. It's Universal.
No, they're Warner Brothers theme parks. There's the Warner Brothers theme park in Spain. I think there's one on the west coast, east coast
the big
of
Harry
States.
Potter things that are Universal, aren't they?
Yeah, and imagine if all of a sudden they can sit there and go proper Harry Potter in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they possibly can if Netflix are buying. But I think they've paid some.
Hanna-Barbera. Hanna-Barbera. So you got all the kind of Jetsons and bits.
It's watched by people, by you and me, that love them. Again, it's niche. It's not so. You know, we always thought that $4 billion was all right. $72 billion. What the fuck are they buying other than Harry Potter? That's worth
HBO.
Yeah, okay, they're buying HBO, but again, what has HBO got right now that is that big? They haven't got Game of Thrones. House of Dragon, yeah, but not $72 billion.
They've got Warner Games. They've got a lot of stuff there. There's a lot of stuff there. There's more than what bloody Microsoft got when they bought Activision. I can tell you that. Now, $69 billion. They've got stuff. They've got a lot of IPs
they bought
that
the world's
they can
biggest
mine.
TV show, and I'm just now wondering where that's going to appear. Is that now? I mean, you know, Harry Potter launches in a year's time. Is it going to be on HBO Max?
Let's think. Hang on a second.
Netflix?
Hold on a second, Keith. wait for it. Netflix's biggest show ends this year, yeah?
Yes.
They're going to need a replacement, aren't they?
Which is why I think they've just paid $72 billion.
I don't. Yeah, but it's not just that. It's not. They're getting quite a bit for that. As I said, more than what Microsoft
regardless
got
of Black Snake, right? I think that TV series is going to be the biggest TV series in the world, right? It will be. It will knock Top Gear off its pot. I mean, top slot, and that's quite difficult to do. Not even Game of Thrones ever did that. I mean, admittedly,
they own Discovery. All those documentaries.
No, they don't. Warner and Discovery split, so no, they don't. They haven't bought Discovery. They've bought Warner Brothers. I know what, because they split. Discovery split off into its own entity. So I think they have bought Harry Potter, and that's the reason they bought it. Yeah, okay, they get DC, right? So it's not just Harry Potter, but I bet you bottom dollar that this Harry Potter TV series is what has driven it. Because
Discovery is included in the deal.
I heard that Discovery was split into its own.
It is right. So it turns out, guys, rather than a major part of the acquisition, Discovery, which includes all these other bits, is in there.
All right. Well, then that's
all those documentaries.
But yeah, I don't think Harry Potter's going to be on HBO anymore. I think it's going to be on Netflix.
I think so too.
Yeah. And bearing in
I think
mind
Sky are going to be pissed.
Yeah, well, fuck them. I don't like Sky. The interesting thing is, Streamer, did you see the fucking figures for Stranger Things 5? 59 million or something. It was something ridiculous. It was it is their most watched show ever. Stranger Things season 5. It's broken all records. So even though it was shit, but it's going to be on Netflix. You're right. It's going to be on Netflix. They're not going to put it on HBO. They're going to put it on Netflix. And why wouldn't you? It's going to be the biggest TV show in the world, and Netflix has the biggest range. And they've just sold a shitload more subscriptions. Because Netflix is everywhere, whereas HBO is not. This was always it was like, how are you guys going to watch Harry Potter in the UK?
It was going to Sky. It was going to Sky, Keith. It was going to Sky. We know this.
HBO Max is launching in the UK. I think that's been announced.
I know, but it was going to go to Sky Atlantic. It was going to Sky Atlantic until now, where it's going to fucking Netflix.
Yes.
Sorry, Sky.
I think it's 72 billion. I mean, that is just... It's going to be interesting what happens. I don't quite understand why people think that this is going to change everything. I mean, Warner Brothers... Yeah, okay, they've got Harry Potter, and they've got... there's a massive back catalogue, but what's in the pipeline? Well, you've got House of Dragon, which only has 2 more seasons in it. 2 more seasons of material, because after that, guess what, Gareth? He hasn't finished it.
Oh my God.
I mean, are you surprised? Are you shocked by that?
I would have never have guessed. But coming back to it, it's the things that I look at with Netflix and this Warner Brothers deal is as follows, yeah? First problem, what they're doing with the TV networks. Netflix don't want to be dealing with TV networks. We know this. So I expect the TV network part of the business to be sold by Netflix in the next couple of months. After the deal's been inked. Yeah, they will sell those bits off to someone. Then it comes to the cinema part of it. Now, Netflix have desperately been trying to court, and it's the same with Apple, desperately trying to court proper actors to be in their productions. Yeah, the problem is when you get a proper actor in the production, those films do not qualify for awards because they're on streaming. They have to be in a cinema for at least 2 weeks. Yeah, and if they do it under the Warner Brothers label, bit more prestige, bit more kind of oomph, bit more branding. Yeah, which they don't have with the Netflix thing. So I reckon that Warner Brothers will wind up getting split into the two kind of weird areas. You'll have Warner Brother Pictures, which will do all the Netflix films, which should have been, yeah, and you'll then get the TV bits sold off after. So they can get the stuff into the cinema, they can get people watching it, and then 3 months down the line, they can then put it onto Netflix and let people watch it. Same like what they did with F1 on Apple. And that's going to be their plan going forward. I think that's one thing. And then they've got the games part of it. I think they'll just sell that off. Don't be surprised if the fucking Saudis don't buy Warner Brother games.
No.
And I'm not joking when I say that.
Netflix are not going to sell off the games. They're in the games market.
And mobile games, not games.
No, they're in the games market.
What games have they made?
I can't say at the moment, but trust me, they're in the games market. I'll tell you off air. I really, it's a confidence, but I know for a fact they're in the games market. I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Netflix are very, very much in the games market, and are looking to expand in there as well. But I now know why they cancelled certain projects because they needed some dough by the looks of it. I think they paid 27 billion in shares, and everything else is stocks and shares and blah blah blah.
There is an interesting thing at the moment, because apparently Paramount offered them more money. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. They offered them more money. Yeah, so I think the deal that they could do with Warner Brothers works out better for David Zaslav, the guy who was literally, he came in there to shore everything up to make it ready to be sold off. That was his job, yeah? And he came in there, he did his job, it's being sold, well done, have a fucking bonus, yeah? But there's the rumours are that because of Paramount, this, that and the other, and a monopoly sort of thing, there may be some issues. So this is why I think the games and the TV bit might be sold off, so I don't have to worry about monopolies. But we will find out when we get there.
Well, yeah, I mean, although they've announced it and everybody's shook on it, it's still got to go through certain regulatory checks and things before it's finally done and sealed.
What I would really like, yeah, what I'd really like is them to get the production nous that they had at Warner Brothers for the TV shows. Because we said this before, yeah, when you got a network TV show, yeah, it tends to be run better. So old school US TV networks, yeah, were run better when it came to producing them on time and getting them out the door on time and making sure they're in a good shape and whatnot. If they can get that from Warner Brothers to help with all the productions of all their other bits, that's a big win. The downside is that Hollywood has lost kind of a big aspect of Hollywood by losing one of their studios like this. Yeah, same when MGM got bought out by Amazon. Fuck knows what they've been doing with MGM. Seriously, I don't know. They talked about James Bond. That's it. What news have we had from MGM in regards to films and releases and whatnot? Fuck all. Is it going to be the same when it comes to Netflix? Because there's the IP mining aspect of it, which I don't fucking like. They see it as an IP mine, not as, them trying to produce something well.
I know that they've bought DC, but arguably superheroes are in decline right now. Superman arguably was a flop in terms of what it should have made. And you can't relaunch the DC universe a third time. Yeah. So you've got DC Comics, but it's niche.
Mm-hmm.
It's and look, I'm a comic book geek. I fucking love Batman. You can't, the time is not now for those things. Yes, okay, there is a excitement for a Harry Potter TV series, but not 72 billion worth. So what are they paying it on? What else is there? I mean, there's got to be other fucking things that Warner Brothers, and we're just not thinking. I mean, yes, okay, there's the whole Looney Tunes, there's the whole fucking back catalogue of all of that. But again, I mean, a lot of modern kids don't even fucking know who Tom and Jerry are. And, you know, those characters, and Elmer Fudd and everything, because, again, they're not even that popular. So, HBO, Game of Thrones, yeah, you've got that. But, again, Game of Thrones is over and done with and kind of arguably fizzled out. House of Dragon, yes, but it's only got a couple more seasons in it. There are other good HBO series.
It's not, Keith, it's not just that, because it's repeats too. So, for example, biggest streaming thing on Netflix wasn't Stranger Things. You know that, don't you? Do you know what the biggest streaming thing on Netflix was in its history?
Yeah, go on.
Friends.
Yes, I know. Oh. But that's Fox. Isn't that Fox?
I don't know who. It doesn't matter who owns it, but going back and watching old back catalogue stuff, still nets viewers. Yeah, so there may be some stuff in their back catalogue. B5 would be good.
True.
Not Netflix remake of B5, just the B5.
True. Well, it was meant to be.
Now, hang on a second. Hold on a second. If they do that, where would it be made? Netflix have a big studio in the UK, don't they? JMS recently moved to the UK. We're not that lucky.
No.
We're not that lucky. I wish we were, but we're not. Anyway,
B5
let's move on to our next.
That could be interesting.
Yeah, could be. I think this would be quite a funny one to have.
Women, know your limits.
A bright spotlight has landed on Sydney Sweeney after she fronted a denim campaign for American Eagle titled Sydney Sweeney Has Great Genes. On paper, a funny, cheeky pun, but online it got messy. Some accused a campaign of coded messages. The pun on jeans and jeans tied to Pacific racial look, interpreted by critics invoking eugenics or supremacy overtones. For months, Sydney Sweeney stayed quiet. Then she broke her silence and said, "Fuck you all, you're all dumb as shit." Sorry, no, she didn't say that. Broke her silence, and then she was surprised by the reaction, insisted she loved the jeans and rejected the hate, and admitted her silence would have worsened may have worsened the division. Meanwhile, the ad exploded sales and brand buzz. So, what happened when what happens when marketing, identity politics, and celebrity collide? You get a total shit show. A total shit show. Right. I watched the ad. Yeah, I watched the ad. What the fuck did people get from that ad? Please tell me, yeah? You found it in there because that's what you wanted. You look for it because it was a pretty woman, yeah? Appeal to men, yeah? All the things that you fucking hate, and you just leant in there and went, well, it's like, fuck off.
I think it was a combination of a minority
woke white
of
women
people
and
online,
stupidity.
A minority of people online, and then left media driving it and going, loads of people online are really angry, but I failed to find loads of people, except people that kind of live under rocks and are arguably not far from being sectioned. The weirdos that we kind of know that are a bit mental. And I know that's not politically correct, but I genuinely, the amount of times that I read things, the media don't tell the truth. They report things, the language they use, and I think that the media drove this. I genuinely do. I don't think there was that many people online. I think it was just a bunch of nut jobs, and a few people that were jealous of a pretty woman being used to sell a pair of jeans. Sex sells.
Yeah.
Sydney Sweeney is a hot, blonde American girl that can act. Despite a lot of people trying very, very, very fucking hard to make people look less hot in movies. I mean, look at her in
and games too.
Yes.
Example: Star Wars Outlaws. The character Kay Vess. If you looked at the model she was based on, fucking beautiful woman, and they just literally fucking hit her with the ugly stick.
Made a dowdy. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's that many people online. I genuinely think it's a bunch of nutters and then the media driving it because the media have a axe to grind.
Have you ever heard of a thing called parrot analytics?
Yes.
So parrot analytics, for some reason, is the gold standard of analytics, not box office or cash on the balance sheet or positive buzz or anything like that. Parrot analytics looks at everything talked about, positive or negative, and says, hey, this is a good thing, yeah, or this is a bad thing. And I think because people are so focused towards this, yeah, you get these extreme ends, but top and bottom, either side, yeah, these extreme ends, and everyone listens to the extreme ends and doesn't pay attention to the bulk in the middle. It's like a bell curve, yeah. These are the outliers on the fucking chart. Don't fucking listen to the outliers. They're fucking mental, yeah. It's like kind of, when I first heard this, when we reported back on it, a couple of months back, yeah, I was like, how did you get that? How did you get that from that?
Because it's
This
using
was
AI, partly, and it picks up on things that people talk about and like superstition.
No, I'm not talking about the trends being picked up. Yeah, I'm talking about people actually interpreting that from that. Yeah, there was a mad thing about Stranger Things promoting stuff that BBC protects. Yeah, right. And I looked at it and I went, "That's bollocks." Yeah, and he just went into it and said, "That's utter bollocks." Yeah, and it felt like the satanic panic that poor fucking Eddie was dealing with in season 4. That's how bollocks it felt to me. Yeah, and this is the same thing, but we keep giving credence to these fucking nut jobs. Please, for the love of God, knock it the fuck off. No one's interested in you. You're not. You are not virtuous. We look at you and we laugh. You're the equivalent of the freak show that people used to visit, but you've now put yourself out online so we can all see and go, there's someone, yeah, who clearly was dropped on their head as a child, an infant, a fucking teenager, and an adult. Yeah, and clearly never recovered. Yeah, there are people who've got severe learning difficulties who look at you and go, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, because even they can spot this is bullshit. Yeah?
I mean, it was a jeans advert. It was a clever pun. It was nothing more clever than that. I mean, Eagle Jeans do not have any history of supporting any kind of eugenics. You know, they haven't even got anybody in their owners that have ever been linked to any of that. It was just a sexy girl flogging a pair of fucking jeans. And by the way, it worked.
Yeah, it did.
And in fact, you lot getting irate about it made it even more popular. So well done. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was two guys from fucking Eagle Jeans that did it just to create a fucking talk about it. I mean, it's one way to do it, because what it did was, if you were intending to piss people off, all you did, it backfired. It's the same as that boycott of Hogwarts Legacy. Well done there. Became the world's best-selling game. Or one of the best-selling games of the world. Well done.
Yeah.
I mean, just fucking deranged.
Yeah. It's mad. It really kind of, it gets on my tits. Yeah, let's have this one, actually.
Say, hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't...
I can't find my fucking notes. Okay. So in season 5 of Stranger Things, we're introduced to a cave that might be the villain's greatest fear. Turns out that cave isn't random. It's the same one from the prequel play where a young Henry Creel first crossed into the darkness. Now somebody tapped into Vecna's mind prison and finds refuge in the cave, and Vecna himself recoils, petrified to enter. What does it tell us? The cave carries far more than a spooky atmosphere. It carries memory, trauma. Maybe it's a link to the humanity of Vecna's humanity Vecna buried long ago. With the reveal, the show not only enriches the lore but offers a possible path to this monster's downfall. Anyway,
I know
so
that the play.
do you know anything about the play?
Yes, apparently it touches on the Philadelphia experiment.
Yeah, so Brenner, Papa, or his name is, his dad was on the USS Eldridge when they conducted the Philadelphia experiment, which was supposed to make the ship invisible but transported it into Dimension X. And his dad kept on talking about it, and his dad was obsessed with it, and Brenner then got obsessed with it, and then started looking into this, that, and the other. And yeah, and Henry was, I think, got kind of tapped by the Mind Flayer, same way that Will was almost tapped by the Mind Flayer in season 2, but it worked more with Henry than it did with Will. And that's why he then recruited him, this, that, and the other, and it kind of puts the Mind Flayer back as the big villain of the show, even though they could swap it out and put Tiamat in there, which is I think Tiamat is the dragon from Dungeons and Dragons. Is it Tiamat? I could be wrong. I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons person. Anyway, but yeah, it's they've what's his most, the one who plays Will has dropped something. Who's the most misunderstood character in the show? I mean, Vecna. I mean, it's just, and then he was told to shut up. So is Vecna trying to stop the Mind Flayer? Or I don't know what the fuck is going on.
It would be an epic twist.
It would be a shit twist, I'll be honest with you.
Well, I don't know.
It would really be a shit twist. Because they do this all the time. Here's the really bad guy. Oh, he's not really a bad guy. They do it. Just make him fucking evil and have him work with the fucking Mind Flayer. And that was, the goal. Yeah, because he tore a fucking hole in the Upside Down. Yeah, into the real world. He's killed a metric ton of people. He doesn't think fucking twice about it. How is he? No, not having it. Seriously, not having it. It would be crap. Yeah. If he's doing it and it's just two evil dudes fighting it out for power, makes sense. Yeah. Between him and the Mind Flayer, yeah, I would accept that. Yeah, but if it turns around and goes, oh, he's trying to stop, he was always trying to stop the Mind Flayer, blah, 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 and it's not the Mind Flayer or Vecna, it is the Upside Down. It is that part that was formed, the Upside Down itself. That's where the vines are. That's why Will's got powers, because he was pumped full of the Upside Down. Yeah. I didn't say it. The first thing I want to know is if the Stranger Things was a musical or not. The stage play. I'm still waiting for my Jurassic Park on Ice. Fucking Back to the Future was.
They are meant to. Yeah, Back to the Future was a musical. They are meant to be doing another spin-off, aren't they? An animated spin-off for Stranger Things as well, but I don't know. We will see. But this at least explains why he's frightened of the cave. It's just whether they're going to show any of it in the show. They haven't released the episode times for the next batch of episodes. It's why the fuck don't they just release all 4 of them on Christmas? Why are you waiting till like New Year's Day?
It's buzz.
Yeah,
it's buzz. That's all it is. It's buzz.
No.
We know that we're going to get 2 episodes of and 1 episode of ooh. That's how it's going to be. And the last episode will be ooh. That's the easiest way to describe it. Easiest way of describing it through noises. I could use language, but
I really miss the Indian dude from
Argyle.
I love that character. Argyle was just my dudes. I love that guy.
He had fantastic
Argyle.
Fucking hair. He really did.
But the stoner character worked. You see, I almost think they're going to bring Eddie back to life. I think I don't know how they go, because I know he's meant to be in it. So I still.
I think Barb's in it too.
I think it's going to be
no.
They keep hinting at it. They keep fucking hinting at it. It's all throughout those first 4 episodes, like hint after hint after hint of like time traveling things. I mean, they come on, they even fucking mentioned the flux capacitor. I mean, it's like
Yeah, I know, but if you watched season 3, Back to the Future featured a lot in that.
and
There's no time travel there.
Yes, but you've got the ability to sort of go to Russia, you know, transport across dimensions, and I think it's time. I think it's going to be some timey-wimey shit. I do.
No. Oh, no.
I don't think this is going to end. I mean, they've brought back Eleven's sister. I mean, you know, the worst episode, like universally hated online.
Yeah.
Everybody hated that episode. Like everybody. So why do they bring her back? So either the Duffel brothers are smelling their own farts, right, or there is a reason. But I still think it's going to be.
I'm hoping it's an apology to the actress, saying we're going to get you another TV series. You'll be in this TV. Okay, we can't, but we'll put you in the finale of Stranger Things. That'll boost your profile. Like if you get some work off the back of that. I'm hoping it's that, them just being nice. No fucking time travel, please. No time travel. No timey-wimey shit. It worked in dark. Darker hinged all around dark. There were 3 clear fucking time zones in that, and that was German, for fuck's sake.
Yes.
It's Germans. The Germans. This is a great thing. I don't want that.
No.
I don't want that. I really don't want that.
I agree with you. But I think they're going to undo it. Anyway. Who we got? Where we got?
Right, let's bring the chat up. So, Mrs. was in here first. Hello. Then Angel was in behind. Scary Twitch man. Tanner said, I watched some Deep Space Nine today. Ooh, it's a dodgy version of B5. Mr. Willman. I wondered what you were talking about first. So, yes.
Mr. Willman's Motoring Show. It's an interesting book. Interesting book.
We have a TV license because we love watching The Traitors. Yeah, I know. I would prefer if I just bought The Traitors, say, on Apple TV and watch that way. Mario Van Peebles and John Travolta. Well, yeah, that's for Men in Black. And Steve. Hi, Steve. Grand Theft Auto. She's laughing because it was Gran Turismo. And that's an insane amount of money for the price that they're going to do it. No, don't be silly. They're not going to make Yosemite Sam gay. They're going to make him black. HP will be big initially, but depending on well it's done and how well people continue to watch it, it's got some big shoes to fill. That's a good point. Hey,
but I think there is a palpable excitement for it, and don't forget that Harry Potter gains fans all the time.
So my argument goes like this, yeah. If it's terrible, people are going to still want to watch it because it's TV rubbernecking, shall we say. They'll go, oh my fucking, did you see what they, oh my god, what did they do with Harry Potter? That's what it'll be. You'll get this TV rubbernecking for that. Woke one, Netflix will destroy movies. I think movies have already been destroyed, mate. I think between indies, Korea, and like foreign films, they're pretty much running a roost. Oh, and retro ones, because I love going to the cinema watching a retro one. We are so cooked. Warner Brothers Televisions owns the rights to TV show Friends. They acquired it in 2011. There we go. There we go.
Fair enough. That's interesting.
It's back to Sydney Sweeney reference there. That's a Sydney Sweeney reference. I know Gareth said something, but I was too busy looking at the picture. Stranger Things first schedule is a play, not a musical. Are you sure?
Yeah, it is.
Are you sure? Yeah, you're right, Steve. It is. It's kind of. It's a bit like Famous Five. It's got a bit of
Yeah.
everything in it, I think.
I would agree with that, and it worked for the first 4 seasons. I don't. It didn't
And then they
work
grew
for me
up.
in the they all too old. That's part of
They're
it.
old.
They are all too old, and you really see it when they line the pictures up. I mean, when they line the pictures up, you realise quite how old they are. I don't know. There were moments in the 5th season I loved. I still like what's his face's little sister. She's really annoying, but she's great.
Yeah, but you have to have an annoying sibling because in real life, you all had an annoying sibling.
True.
It's art imitating reality.
I agree with that comment.
So, and then we've got it might work. Yeah. I've got time travel. Yeah. Strange New Worlds Super 8. Super 8 was crap. Attack the Block was better.
Super 8 was J.J. Abrams' love note to Steven Spielberg. If you
I would have turned around and asked him to
Stranger Things
rewrite
is
it.
a
I
love
can't read your
note
handwriting.
to Stephen King and Steven Spielberg, because it's the Goonies, it's the Famous Five, it's all of these sort of 80s things. And I mean, I've watched it all recently again. I quite like season 3 now, but I do like season 4 because of the characters. The characters all kind of. The characters went on a bit of a big journey in season 4, and I love Argyle, and I'm quite why. It is an absolute fucking tragedy that Argyle is not in season 5. It is a goddamn travesty. He was a great addition. He was a fucking great addition. He was a great character. But yeah, anyway. Right.
Time
what
for
have we
a
got?
trailer.
Trailers.
So we've got 28 years later, the Bone Temple.
I've seen this, but yeah, go on. The Jimmy.
I haven't seen it. Yeah. Yeah, talking to the BBC.
I've been developing an idea about the nature of the infection. When the infected attack, what do they see?
Jimmy fucking Savile.
Master.
We travel the land. We search for souls to deliver to hell.
Are you going to leave?
Yes. But obviously we're going to kill you first.
I haven't feared my life ending for many years. But today,
I'm in a bit of a bind. And you're in a bit of a bind too.
I did feel fear. Now, a leap into the unknown. Okay, let's turn this up to 11.
See, this one's not made by Danny Boyle.
He's producing it. Alex Garland's written it. Near DaCosta.
And I thought Cillian Murphy was meant to be in this one, and he's not, by the looks of it, or they've not.
I don't know. I don't know. It's. I'm just. I don't know if it's worth anyone else is watching it, but out of fucking curiosity, I just want to see what the fuck is up with the Jimmy Savile gang. Because I watched 28 Years Later and it ended with that, and it just made me go, what the fuck? Seriously, what the fuck? And it was just the most jarring thing ever. And it's like, we'd better be leading somewhere good. And I think the Doctor's probably figured out some way of getting the infected on his side, and he's going to turn them against the Jimmy Savile gang. That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, I think he's figured out how to do it chemically just so he can get control of them, and that to happen. So, some people dressed up as Jimmy Savile being torn apart by zombies. Yeah, I'm up for that. When I put it down that and I boil it down to its essence, watching people pretending to be Jimmy Savile being ripped to shreds by zombies. Yeah, yep, I can do that all day.
Fair enough.
So, this is the final.
Go on then. What's the next
final
one?
season? Final season of The Boys. This is the tease trailer for the final season. I don't know what they're going to do. They fucking took a massive detour from the story so Eric Kripke could do whatever the fuck Eric Kripke was doing.
April.
So the comic book had two great endings. It had the twist with Homelander and Black Noir, where Homelander figures out the truth just before he gets killed by Black Noir, and then Black Noir then gets killed by Butcher. Then Butcher then turns on fucking everyone and becomes the ultimate fucking bad guy and kills pretty much every single one apart from Huey, which he then fucks up and then tricks Huey into killing him. Yeah, as he's threatened to wipe out all the bloody soups. Yeah, and it was a good, interesting story. So good that fucking Superman's James Gunn, or James Gunn's Superman, lifted a chunk of it. And it's just... I love watching Carl Urban say cunt. I get such a fucking... It's so childish of me. It really is, but I just get an absolute thrill. Some cunts want to fucking... It's great, just watching him. He's great as that character, and I love him as that character, but I'm just so annoying what they did with it.
Yes, I agree with you. He is great as Butch. He is the Butcher. He is fucking fantastic. Actually, the casting was quite good. The actor that plays Frenchie, yeah, she's totally ruined her face. The actor that played Frenchie was good. Even Huey is good. I like the fact they put Simon Pegg as his dad. That was neat.
Yeah.
But I really, The Boys has just gone so stupidly political and so direct. You know, it hates half of America, and it doesn't hide it. Gen V season 2 was quite good. Well, I say it was quite good. It was all right. It was watchable. It was better than The Boys, and it was somewhat less political. Still political, but it was less so. But I don't know. I'll watch it because it's worth watching. Carl Urban, just saying, I do like it. And if he gets to kill Homelander, it's going to kind of be worth it. But he's going to end up getting killed because he's a soup now himself, so he's going to kill himself. So yeah, well, you know, it's coming to an end. Then what? Prime has James Bond, I suppose.
Yeah, does. Before we get into talking about our TV shows for the week, I'm just going to play this. And one of our watchers knows why I'm playing that. I'll tell you after. So, pluribus.
Yes.
Okay, so it's too fucking slow. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, that's my first thing. This is what they're doing. Yeah, they are managing the extinction of the human race. They're building another transmitter so they can then send the protein code, or whatever it is, out to the next thing. And despite what they're saying, we can't kill anyone, they're just wiping out the fucking human race. Yeah, they're drinking corpse starch. The guy in Paraguay, the other person, he too has picked it up, but I don't think he's immune. I think he's just avoided being contaminated because he lives on his own. That's what I think has happened there with him. Because if you noticed all his actions there, which means he's going to want the sad twist is he'll probably figure something out and then join the hive mind. It's a little annoying. It really is a little annoying because if I was in that situation, I would have told the whatever it was consciousness to come into one, all gather on one island. You need to pick everyone up, get them all over here, all on this one place here, right? It's like kind of, you're either going to start feeding yourselves or I'm going to detonate a couple of nukes and finish off the fucking human race as it is. Because it's like they're fucked. And I can't see a way out of it unless Doctor Who turns up and fucking saves the day. But I don't think that's happening.
We are what? How many episodes in now? Was that the 5th episode or 6th episode?
Yeah.
I can't remember. It's too slow, and that nothing has developed where you can actually see how Carol has proven that there is a way to reverse it, but she's got no hope of it, and they're avoiding it. I mean, I think you're meant to. The end of this episode is like, well, I mean, I thought that was going to happen like an episode or two ago, to be honest. Because I mean, again, predictable that he was going to. The fact that he's driving out in the car, and he doesn't take the car that he refuses any help from them. He will become Carol's kind of like, but he'll get killed or something will happen.
Yeah.
The John Cena bit was quite funny, but yeah, it's really fucking slow. And it's kind of doing my head in as well. I find myself skipping through bits. It's too slow, and Carol's just not likable. You know, the minute you feel any sympathy for her, she then does something, and you're just like, no, she's a bitch.
It's annoying because what the actress, whatever her name, Rhea Seehorn, I loved her in fucking Better Call Saul. I thought she was great. But I think it's not necessarily the actress, it's probably the material that she's been given. I think that's the big thing there.
Again, I think this is like everybody tells Vince Gilligan he's really, really good, so he's just done this and no one's edited it. It's a bit like the fucking 5th Harry Potter book didn't get edited. And it's the only thing I've ever really been critical about is that book needed some editing.
Yeah, even J.K. Rowling's gone back and said, I would have cut that fucking down now. I'd look at it. Because she probably looks at her shelf and it's like, Order of the Phoenix.
There is some interesting things in it, but it is really fucking slow. Everything that's happened, you could cut down into like 4 episodes. It feels like one great big Better Call Saul opener. They're still going. I don't know. I don't know what it's building to, and it doesn't feel like it's building to a lot. That one, we predicted what was going to happen. Again, you said it last week. Oh, they're going to be eating people, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you're right. And that's my big criticism of it. It's really fucking predictable. But right now, it's not that I can't predict the ending. I predicted it isn't going anywhere.
No, fast. It's not going anywhere. Fast.
There is only so much that this concept stays interesting before you introduce something. And, them eating each other is not changing up the concept. It's just adding something that we predicted almost right from the offset. As soon as you said they can't kill people, they're going to eat the dead bodies. Right? That's what they're doing. The minute they said, we can't make you a beef burger anymore. That again, it's predictable. Something has to change to keep this interesting, to keep you wanting to watch it. And right now we are getting to a point the previous episode was fucking dull as fuck until the end. And then that kept us wanting to see, okay, what she found. Something's finally got interesting. And then they drag it fucking out in this episode. But going to Vegas, this could be interesting. And, we see the French dude and what he's up to, and it could be interesting. And we get this reveal that it's stem cell, not that I believe it. And that's it. And then she has to fuck off. And Bolivian guy, wherever he is, Colombian guy, is on his way to see Carol. That's it. And again, there's not enough there to. I'll keep watching it because there's nothing else, but I'm skipping through it. I'm not like raving about this show at all. Actually,
no.
The sort of spy Alaskan thing that was on Apple TV, Final Front, that was actually better. That actually had a better ending. And that's got season 2, obviously. But that was better. So I was Bruce. Tulsa King, on the other hand, that ended well. Although
it didn't.
Go on.
It ended like it was ending. And that's what I didn't like.
Season.
I know it's got a 4th season, but after the end of the 1st season and the 2nd season, you got arrested. Something happened, yeah? But nothing it felt like you could end it there and then, if that made any sense.
It ended on a cliffhanger, yes. It didn't end on a cliffhanger, and that was interesting, yes. But, no, there were a few things that hadn't been... There are still a few things that haven't been tied up. So, the fact that FBI man's arrested what's-his-face and he hasn't been released. The fact is that he's still a bit of an FBI rat. The fact is that what's-his-face in New York has still got a fucking contract out on him. So there were a few things that are untied. This almost feels like a mid-season final.
Yeah.
There are a few untied things, and obviously it was a backdoor pilot for what's his face's TV
Samuel L. Jackson being Samuel L. Jackson.
They're calling it something King. I can't remember what they're calling it, but it is called something King. So it is going to be there. So you might get a few crossover characters into that. But it's happening down in New Orleans, so that's going to be quite good. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Samuel L. Jackson sort of like kind of gangster TV series in thingy, and I liked. We should have had more of him in the show. I mean, we had to wait till the final fucking couple of episodes to see it. I kind of like the way they dispatched. He dispatched the bad guy from this. That he got his just desserts. That was pretty well done. And the son kind of being the hero. You were right. The son saved him.
No, the son's going to be. He's going to be in. He'll be the whole first 3 episodes will be him trying to get in with that group. That's what it will be for him.
Yep.
And then him trying to prove himself. So it's one of those things where we'll see what happens. But it's it's it was enjoyable. Problem is it was a while back now. So yeah.
Anything else you wanted to raise?
Just mentioned Deep Space Nine. We can talk about Deep Space Nine if you want. Mm-hmm. We can talk about the Valiant. What's it called? The episode?
If you're talking
Stupid
about
shits get out of a Defiant class
with the cadets, I think it's Valiant, where Nog and Jake end up on a ship with the old Red Squad, and it had one of the Red Squad cast from that season 4 episode return. Then it had the really annoying captain, who was a bit dumb, really, and then the most obnoxious person in Star Trek ever, that first officer. I hated her right from the offset. It was awful.
God.
She was.
I just wish Nog should have turned around. Goes, we're fixing the engines. We're going back. That's it. You do not have the authority to do this. You should have turned back straight away. You're turning back and being a good fucking. I kind of pissed me off about Nog because I thought he would do the right thing and he wouldn't get over enamored with what's going on. And then then they had the horrible convenience factor towards the end. So instead of them being, I would have had it, they would have been caught by the Dominion. Yeah. And they would, and then you'd have had the beginning of the season, they get rescued from a Dominion work camp or whatever. That's what I would have done. Would have made it much more entertaining, shall we say. So yeah, it's one of those things.
It's one of my least favourite episodes. That I find the whole bloody thing irritating. I find it's one of those episodes. There weren't a lot of having rewatched a lot of Deep Space Nine. There weren't a lot of episodes that irritated me. I quite like the little ship one that you find irritating.
No, I hate miniaturization.
Fair enough. No, it's that episode that gets me the most.
Yeah, and
the writers episode. I know because
now back then, great. Now, given the climate, everything, no. It was great to see everyone out of their makeup. It really was great to see everyone out of their makeup. But now we've just had enough of that shit.
But it's overdone now, so you just don't want to see any more of it. I get that. I actually think it is a very good episode. I mean, I genuinely do.
I didn't like the way he kind of concluded at the end.
Yeah, but there's sequels to it.
The episode in the pale moonlight where they fake the Romulan bits, but Garak is like, he's playing his game. He asked him to do something and he fucking delivered. And Sisko was pissed at him and he turned around and goes, you asked for it, I fucking gave it to you. Any imperfections in that fucking forgery, they'll look at that and go, that's because of the explosion. Yeah? And you knew he was doing something really fucking iffy when he says, just need access to that space shuttle. 20 minutes, problem's going to go away, Mr. Sisko.
The thing is, he's also right. And that's what Sisko fight. Because, again, the end of it is that Sisko sort of says, the worst thing about all of this is I can live with it. Which is great. It's a fucking great episode. And then he deletes the recording. It's a very powerful episode. Fucking great episode, that. It's a great episode because he can live with it. And what's to the point is he knows that Garak's right. He knows Garak's right.
Yeah. And I just love the fact that Garak got his shit done quite easily in comparison to other people.
Garak's Obsidian Order. Trained by the best. So I get it.
So do you remember the episode Who Mourns for Morn?
Yes. That's a great one.
I think I remember when it first came out, they were teasing that he was going to talk at the end of it. That was because he doesn't say a word, because they're teasing he was going to talk for that, and then said he was going to talk at the end of the season when everything's said and done. But that was a mad one where it's like kind of mourn, and it was like everyone was gutted that he was dead. It was just the maddest thing. It's like he put a hologram in the bar. And then it was like, oh, crikey. And then Quark then inherits things, so he's supposed to have lots of money. It turns out it's all fake. Oh, was it the painting? Did he spend all the money on the painting and they destroyed the painting? Oh, I can't remember now. He had the shit painting in his thingy. He had a hot tub full of mud. It was a painting.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh. And then you had Section 31. Not lifted from Bureau 3113, I'm just saying. That was a good one.
These were good episodes. I mean, this was when Section 31 was actually interesting. And the way they bring it in for the first, the sort of semi-recruitment episode was great. And then, like, you know, when they go for that Romulan, the Romulan conference, that episode, which they used all the Voyager sets for, which I thought was kind of cool, because it's an Intrepid class vessel that they go on. That was great. That was a really good episode, actually. I quite liked that Section 31. I mean, again, Section 31's kind of been destroyed because of all the Kurtzman shit. But actually, as you know, when it was in Deep Space Nine, it was interesting. It was it kind of made the Federation into something, if you know what I mean. It made the Federation feel more real because you had this organization that probably Starfleet kind of knew about and kind of let it happen because it knows that it does all its dirty work, so Starfleet and the Federation can kind of keep their hands clean and remain sort of, you know, angelic.
Yeah.
So
The
I like
other
that.
one
It was always interesting. Go on.
The other one was when fucking batshit crazy Goldcart
Yes.
baits Kira into going to see what her mother was like. And that one, yeah, that was a bit creepy. I found that a bit weirdly creepy.
Powerful again, though. I mean, the bit. I mean, when him and when Sisko and Goldcart crash on the planet and Descartes finally escapes, that is I mean, full on batshit in that episode, and yet it works. And then, you know, when he comes back and kills Dax at the end, it's yeah, that was coping with it. That was always, that still gets me. I think it's the bit about, you know, having a baby with him and then it all just go. You really do feel the pain there. You really feel it. Have you watched into season 7?
No, I haven't. My next episode's Prophet and Lace, where I think Quark has a sex change.
Yes. Yes. Yes, he does. He has to act as yeah, you're going to enjoy that one. That is quite funny. That is quite funny.
Yeah, I know. It looks, as I said before, that these seasons got the best characters in it.
Yeah.
They can all hold an episode on their own. There's the episode where Brian's undercover. Yeah, he can hold the episode. Kira could hold the episode on her own. You know, they all can. It's like Bashir can hold an episode on his own, and it was great because they'd let them hold an episode on their own, which is fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's weird to think that I'd probably say Sisko is probably the one character is not as entertaining as all the others. That he's surrounded, but the bright side, he's surrounded himself with fucking great people to watch. Quark and Odo, you could have given them their own TV show. Yes. Quark and Odo could have been like a 30-minute comedy, Star Trek-based comedy, would have worked.
I mean, that was at the end of season 5 when they have to climb up the mountain together, and you know, they bitch and moan at each other, but they've got each other's backs, and it's like, you know, the bit where they're lying, both sort of battered and bruised, and they're sort of complaining about how much they hate each other, and then they just burst out laughing. Again, it's such a human episode. It's such a, you know that they love each other. It's you know, the final interaction with Quark and Odo is still one of my favourite sort of partings, you know. And again, it's so in character, it works. We'll talk about it when we get there, but
I just love the way they wind each other up. It's like the Morn episode where it's like kind of, he left all his possessions to you. Because what did he have? This, that, and the other goes, and it's like, hey, not much. He doesn't say a word, but that's what that's the subtext there in that. But hey, yeah. It's the best. It's the best Star Trek series. Full stop.
It is, yeah. Agreed. Right, I think we should put a bow on this. And Star Trek Voyager was a masterpiece compared to Section 31 movie.
Hey, I can video myself. I could video Seth me having a poo, and it would be a masterpiece.
But but compared to Section 31 movie,
Section 31.
It's not difficult. Most things are better than the Section 31 movie. Having a nail
The colonoscopy.
in your foot is better than colonoscopy is better than Section 31.
Treading on Legos. A British plug upturned.
It's better than Section 31.
Yeah.
It did go funny for a second, but your audio didn't drop out, so don't worry.
Oh, good.
You're back again. Anyway, just in time to put a bow on it, Gareth.
Yes. It's goodbye from me.
It's goodbye from me. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Take care. Catch you later. Bye-bye.